Very good morning to you, James. How do we address this backlog?
Good morning, Jane. Thank you for having me on the show. I think the key thing is we've got to remember that we've got more than just the COVID-19 crisis. This housing crisis is a real problem, and our solution is that business and government will start talking to one another more productively and collaborating a lot more to try and see if we can find pragmatic solutions to this housing crisis.
All right. I mean, at this stage, what has government offered? We know that they sometimes have ideas, but it's getting it down on the ground and working that's proving the problem.
Well, government's done quite a good job. National government's done quite a good job on supplying subsidised housing, approximately 3 million houses over the last 25 years. And they need to keep delivering on these subsidised houses because it's very difficult for private businesses to operate in that market, and we encourage the national government to keep doing that. But what we're looking for is much more engagement with not just national government, provincial and local authorities to make land available in key areas like CBDs of big cities. There's a lot of land which is owned by provincial governments and by city authorities which could be made available to private developers with zoning in place. And there's a lot of private developers that we're aware of, including our group, Amdec Group, that want to participate productively to produce more affordable houses for people in good locations where they can seek jobs and bring up their families in good quality accommodation.
So what can the private sector do that the government is not doing at this stage?
Well, the Amdec Group has committed itself to build 1,000 affordable houses in Cape Town. We're able to fund this without any subsidies whatsoever from government. We're doing this on the back of a very large-scale commercial development in the Cape Town CBD, Harbour Arch. It's a 15 billion rand investment that the Amdec Group has put into the CBD. That scheme alone is creating 20,000 jobs in the construction industry, and off the back of that scheme, we're able to put up another 1,000 affordable houses off our own balance sheet, and that's what we're doing on our own. So if we could collaborate more with local authorities, as I said earlier, if they could just speak to us, collaborate with us, make land available to us, not just to our group, but to all private property developers, I think that we'd go a long way to collaboratively and in a partnership solving this housing crisis.
And other than goodwill and knowing that you're changing people's lives, what does the group get out of it?
Our group, what does our group get out of it? Oh, I think it's more than just a goodwill thing. My group and all my colleagues, we're committed to South Africa. We've got young families that we want to bring up in a fair and just society. We can't I think this COVID-19 crisis has made us all patently aware of the unequal nature of society, and I think we're all trying to give something back. So from my group side, and I think a lot of my colleagues in the industry feel the same way, we want to see if we can help people by creating jobs. The construction industry is a massive employer of people. We need local authorities to speed up plan approvals. It's taken us 3.5 years to get this scheme, Harbour Arch, to market. And that could have been done in half that length of time, and we'd have 20,000 people working on that project by now. So, for us, it's about creating a just and equal society, and one in which we can all be proud and have a good long-term future together.
Is government and the municipalities and the people you're talking to, are they listening? Is this something that is being taken seriously? Do we have a timeline here?
I think government knows what they need to do, but they're not taking it seriously enough, in my opinion. They're not collaborating enough with business, and it's frustrating. And it filters right through to provincial government and to local authorities. Local authorities are just not doing enough to create housing.
All right. Well, James, best of luck for you and your project. James Wilson, thank you.